All right, XFN Nation, XFN 24 rolls on here, working our way through the undercard, almost to the main card. And remember, before our big main event tonight, Ramirez Dixon 2, you have the opportunity to get raffle tickets to benefit MSD Wrestling Team. We will draw our winner coming up before our main event. We've got a lot of other great vendors in the house tonight. So a lot of great stuff to check out here, in addition to the great action right in here inside the cage. But the action has been hot, and we are going to keep it rolling. It is time for some featherweight action. Let's bring out our first fighter. He is Ethan Bennett.
All right, Blake, back to the action.
Back to Christian Carvalho Jiu-Jitsu as Ethan Bennett 1-0. Blue belt under Christian Carvalho, also using Thunderstruck's Ace. They only brought one CD from Wellington.
Hey,
today.
good for them. It saves time.
Sure.
You know, it's like Albert Einstein only used to buy one set of clothes, so he never had to waste energy thinking about what he had to wear for the day.
Fair enough. Good idea. And also, if Chris Carvalho guys were training together in the same room, this is probably the song that's on in the room during the warm-ups or during the training, so they all have the same kind of love for the song, most likely.
Like Lunatic Fringe back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
I dare you to find a wrestling team within the 80s and 90s that did not use Lunatic Fringe to warm up to.
And we can all thank Loudon Swain for that.
And shoot.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Yeah, and
can't hold your mud. Also,
we can't forget about Dan Henderson used that one as a walkout for quite a while too. Also, thanks to Brian Shute. Loudon Swain, I'm sure.
Loudon Swain.
Those aren't even real people. We apologize to those of you that don't know what the heck we're talking about. Go on a Vision Quest sometime. Find yourself. Just watch out for nosebleeds. All right. For those of you that enjoyed those jokes about the movie Vision Quest, we hope you enjoy your AARP benefits. For those of you that are younger than us, look it up. And Ethan Bennett is younger than us, 1-0, blue belt under Christian Carvalho. Christian Carvalho, they always bring the house,
and
man.
Now let's bring out his opponent, Fabian Llerena.
20 years old, Ethan Bennett.
Jeez.
20 years old.
Fabian Llerena walking out to Supertramp, staying alive. Is he sure about that? Is he sure that's Supertramp? I don't believe that Supertramp did staying alive.
No, that's not Supertramp.
That is the Biggies. Out of Jupiter Jiu-Jitsu. Now, this is not Jupiter Boxing?
No. Well, it is. Jupiter Jiu-Jitsu and Jupiter Boxing, same.
Okay. Well, then we know with respect out of this that we've seen some real skill out of that gym as well. And all the guys seem to be kind of long and rangy.
Yeah,
Go figure.
and rangy.
Go figure. But also, I ain't seen nobody come out of this gym that can't fight yet either. Ethan making his MMA debut, as well as not kickboxing tested either, claiming Jupiter Jiu-Jitsu and the Jupiter Boxing. He's feeling the band that he does not know is the Bee Gees.
You know what I love about this fight? Somebody's must go on both sides.
Both sides of the ledger. This is a battle to keep the O on the right side. As well as to gain a one on the left side. I think we're going to let our boy Blake Chapter go ahead and tell us who they are.
XFN 24 live on Flow Combat continues with the following featherweight bout brought to you by Southern 441 Nissan. Introducing first in the blue corner, standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 153.6 pounds, with a record of 1 win and 0 losses, and fighting out of Christian Carvalho, MMA, and Wellington, Florida, he is Ethan Bennett. And his opponent in the red corner, standing at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, making his amateur debut and fighting out of the Jupiter Boxing Club in Jupiter, Florida. He is Fabian Llerena.
Ethan Bennett and Fabian Llerena about to provide us with some high-quality mixed martial arts action here. Boy, let's see if they can get to the third round. We ain't got to the third round yet tonight.
Yeah. Well, especially right in the beginning, two guys not having a fight. I don't predict this is going to last too long, Blake.
Nice jab there from the Jupiter Jiu-Jitsu and Boxing product there, Mr. Fabian. And boy, Mad Dog in the double leg. Big surprise from the Christian Carvalho, BJJ and MMA guy. Finally gets it there. Ethan Bennett now on top, looking to work. But right to work goes Fabian as well.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of mission control.
Yeah, look at, he's got it, but unfortunately. Working, looking for it.
Decides better of it.
Ethan Bennett did the right thing by driving in on that.
Correct. But those shin guards are going to make the rubber guard a little more dangerous if they get up there again.
Gesundheit, Blake.
Thank you so much.
Such a professional turning off the mic to do that.
But yet you out me anyway. Now with that wide open guard there for Fabian.
Put you out on Front Street. That's what we do.
You did. You front streeted me after I worked so hard to hide my inability to control my sneeze. Vince McMahon would be upset with me. Little leg lasso game there from Fabian. Gets smashed and passed by Ethan Bennett. Now firmly inside control with a minute and some 40-something seconds to work.
Look at this position by Fabian Llerena.
Yep, now's the time to walk around north-south.
Yeah, Bennett doesn't seem to open or realize that he can just keep moving around. There we go. He's got to get the head control on the other side. Well, no, he's still stuck. It's that's such a weird position.
Slide the knee over, start attacking the Kimura.
Wondering if Ethan knows he can punch from this position.
Yeah, sometimes you get so caught up in these grappling exchanges you forget that it's mixed martial arts.
Well, and I'm sure he comes from Christian Carvalho. There we go. We're at Christian Carvalho, so it is a jiu-jitsu based school. So he might be resorting back to what's comfortable.
Yeah.
Fabian doing some
funky stuff.
There's
a nice little crucifix.
Yeah, yep. I was going to say unorthodox, but funky works as well. With that hair, he's very funky Ben Askren-esque, but just in a different way.
Who?
Ethan Bennett probably should have let Fabian roll over there. He kind of brought him back. Could have had his back there. Ethan needs to tee off here in order to open up.
Yes, for sure. He should cross face with that left arm and throw some hammer fists to end this round, in my opinion. He's got the underhook. There's not a lot of threat here from the bottom man. Unfortunately, I'm not saying this is the case with Llerena, but with the rubber guard system, there's so many tricks that you learn that you may take for granted that you got to really know what you're doing, or else you're kind of just holding your foot for naught.
Yeah, and in MMA, rubber guard really does not help that much. I mean, yeah,
stops you from getting punched if you're good at it.
Yeah, if you're real good at it, and you can get them to roll, to keep that posture down and over, so you cannot posture up the punch. But that didn't seem to be the case for
yeah, it doesn't work the same from side control as it does from an actual guard.
But it did seem to fluster Ethan Bennett.
It did. It threw him off a little bit. It kept him guessing. He wasn't sure what he had. Nice exchange there. Knee to the body that registered very well. Yeah.
Couple knees to the body.
But then Ethan Bennett just stayed on it, reaps the leg here. Boy, all those Carvalho guys are good at that. Just attack the double, reap something, and just keep climbing until you're on top. Seconds are clear in the round. Seconds are clear in the cage. We're about to begin round number 2 here in what has been a quizzical fight. Score that one for Ethan Bennett for sure. Round number 2 is underway. Touch of gloves there. And right back to the aggression goes Fabian Llerena. Nice job of counter wrestling there for Ethan Bennett. Keeping his hips where they need to be to get on top.
That attempt at mission control. This is a weird angle to do it at.
Yeah, exactly. There are certain steps that have to be taken into consideration that you don't know by learning rubber guard off YouTube, that if you omit them, then you're kind of just grabbing your foot for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if you can tell.
Smash pass.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm not a rubber guard player.
Handful of cage. Referee didn't catch it. That's okay. Trying to invert himself, but Ethan Bennett called for the armbar here. Ethan Bennett is savvy to that.
Again, there's that weird control that Llerina's looking for.
But he's going to go belly down here. Good job of following the hips for Ethan Bennett, and now Llerena has gone back to his half guard at least, looking for lockdown, I'm sure.
Lockdown does not do anything but hold you in place. I'm not a.
That's why it's named lockdown.
Yeah, because it locks both of you down. There is one sweep from the lockdown.
The electric chair gimmick.
But
yeah, I thought I see him transfer to a deep half from there with the lockdown, but he did not, and now he's back. He's in full guard now. Nope, half guard still.
Half guard. It just looks like
just a lot of leg. Yeah,
a lot of leg. And arm, like the arms look like legs for Fabian Llerena.
Yeah, they do. Very, very long. As of right now, Ethan Bennett kind of just
cruising.
Just playing the jiu-jitsu player's dream here. Just on top and half guard, shoulder pressure. Throwing some shots. Underhook or working the arm. Here comes a leg lock attack from Llerena.
Fortunately, he's eating a couple punches on the way into it. I mean, can't do a heel hook, unfortunately.
That is correct. Doing a good job. He's touching the face with the foot. Better be careful that it's become an up kick. I mean, he's doing a good job of maintaining control of the leg. He's getting the sweep out of this.
50-50, but what is that going to do?
It's going to,
and unfortunately,
he's out scrambled, and Ethan Bennett is back on top again. In a very, very well-established half guard position for Ethan Bennett. You can tell, like most people from Chris Carvalho, he spends a lot of time here. Spends a lot of time working on half guard in the gym.
Half guard, I'll tell you what, for MMA, half guard, top half guard, it's an MMA dream. You're exactly where you want to be. End of round number 2, I would have to say it, another one easily in the books for Ethan Bennett.
I would agree. I would agree. Matt Hughes would always say, unless you just know you got a submission, why would you pass? They're letting you control their hips in half guard. Because you would have to have the underhook if you're Matt Hughes. So,
well, when in doubt.
When in doubt, pummel an underhook and figure it out.
Yeah, if you're in Fabian Llerena's corner, you got to tell him.
Keep the distance, I think, maybe.
Well, and here's the thing, if you get on the bottom, start looking for sweeps.
Yeah.
Stop looking for something fancy like rubber guard. You know, if you either need to commit to it or to a submission or a sweep, or this is what it's going to take. You're going to have another 3 minutes of being on the bottom.
Correct. Which all the submission attempts in the world aren't going to help you whenever the guy on top in half guards hammering you. I would tell him to try to establish some longer range. He's a rangier fighter. I would tell Mr. Llerena to try to establish some strikes here, see how that works out for him.
Stay behind your jabs, see what happens.
Stay behind your jabs, some front kicks, some leg kicks, and see what Ethan Bennett has on the feet. We haven't seen it yet.
Round number 3 underway. There's that teep.
Oh, nice feint to left hand.
Yeah, that left landed.
I bet that feint too. Good knees of the body there, but once again, that allows Bennett to start climbing the tree. Lifts him up.
Little hand on the cage, but it didn't stop the takedown.
Didn't do anything. Yeah, the legs were already up and back in the same half guard position where Ethan Bennett has spent most of this fight. He's got the lockdown on the right arm, does Llerena. Now pass to mount. Very well done.
He can crawl all he wants. He's just going to
get armbar
right
here.
Into armbar.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be, I don't know, his shoulders out. Omoplata. Are we going to get an omoplata here? We're going to get an omoplata sweep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful by
right into side. I thought he had a triangle. I was going to switch off to a mounted triangle. But he was smart enough to bail on it, go to the
That is beautiful technique from a blue belt. That is unbelievable technique from a blue belt. Holy cow. Very impressive.
Blue belt, wink, wink. Beautiful display there. No, that's a well-trained blue belt. Beautiful display of jiu-jitsu there from Mr. Bennett. Right where he wants to be. There's the north-south now. Almost a minute and a half left to go here.
Yeah, this is again. No, do not do that. That's not going to get you out of there.
It's not going to win this fight for you.
It may freeze Ethan Bennett in that position, but it's not going to do anything for you.
Ethan Bennett's not posturing up and throwing strikes, though, so it's really not changing the course of the fight. All it's doing is making sure he stays on top of you in side control. Now throw the knee before you grab it for no reason. Ethan Bennett trying to throw a little knee there. Not a whole lot of smoke on it. And yeah, I would shoot my right knee between those legs right Ethan
there.
Bennett and start unloading.
Down. Yeah, right there. He's almost there.
Coney Island hot dog stand.
He's getting caught in half again. He could get Twister from here. Ethan Bennett, if he locks down, he can start working towards a Twister. Fabian Llerena throwing those legs up in desperation. I don't think he's going to find what he's looking for. Maybe a reverse triangle of some kind.
But not with that shoulder pressure and that underhook. They're just smashing. Nice and high on the body, chest to chest like you should be. I mean, it's a
back to mount.
Yes, very nice. And coming out the back door, and it doesn't work. Now you're grabbing the foot to go for a leg. He needs to get on top and look to start throwing some real shots right now. Oh, and a slip. A couple good knees there from Llerena. Man, I think that Llerena should have kept this on the feet a little bit more.
Yeah, he seemed to be a little bit more versed.
Indeed, he does 3 hard-fought rounds in the book. I think we give the nod to Mr. Ethan Bennett out of Chris Carvalho Jiu-Jitsu here. But the 3 hard-fought rounds from both guys. That was an enjoyable fight, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. Our first fight to go to the 3rd round tonight.
Yeah. Yes,
and I'll take it. Two guys fighting their hearts out, not wanting to start their MMA career off with a loss. And Ethan Bennett seemed to work a little bit harder. If he this armbar here, if he would have brought his right leg behind Llerena's head.
Woo! Man, I thought he was going to be able to maybe catch that, but then beautiful job of bailing on the mounted triangle, going to the side. I love it. Spectacular grappling there. Holy cow. And of course, nothing is official until they have actually established a.
Yeah, but if I see if I see this fight going to anybody but Ethan Bennett, I think we'd see a riot in here.
Yeah. Is that? Oh, it is. That is Shane O'Shea. I just saw the shirt. I didn't realize it sounded good to have. Always welcome in our cage.
Where do you see Shane O'Shea?
Is that not him in the Jupiter boxing shirt?
No, that is not Shane O'Shea.
Well, is it not?
No. He is wearing a Shane O'Shea shirt, but that is not Shane O'Shea.
I thought it was. Yeah, you're right. He's not tall enough.
Or lanky.
Or yeah, well, tall is the play. I say lanky.
Let's make this official.
Dead Mike.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your official decision. The judges' scores unanimous. In the blue corner, Ethan Bennett.
Tell you what, Christian Carvalho having a great night so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, very good good showing for Christian Carvalho, as always.
Great team they got together. Over there in Lake Worth, my original stomping grounds.